Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another month of Gemcutting Conversations. My name is Justin K. Prim, and I'm going to be your host today. I am very excited to be here and happy to be here 1 year later, 2 years later. We're doing webinars for just really forever now. I'm excited for tonight. I was just looking at all of the guests that we've had in this series over the last year, and this is the first time that I've been able to get a gem cutter on here who is cutting and living and residing and from Asia. So I'm super excited about this one. So tonight we're going to be talking to Phan Thành Trung from Vietnam. Some of you guys might know him on Instagram as Viet Gems if you're following him there with some really interesting designs. So we're going to be talking about all kinds of stuff tonight. And if you've been with us for the last year, then you've probably seen a lot of really awesome stories and heard from some amazing gem cutters from all over the world. And I'm sure that tonight will be no different. Lots of great stories, some interesting stones, and hopefully you're going to come away with something that you didn't know before. If you haven't been with us for this whole time, and maybe if this is possibly somehow your first webinar, at least with me, then all of these guests interviews are up on YouTube. So if you want to go back and see any of these incredible gem cutters and hear their stories and see their stones and, etc., they're all there. So I encourage you guys to go back. My idea with the series is that it's kind of a way to learn a bit more about our trade and about our craft and, kind of the inner workings of gemstone cutting and the gemstone cutting trade. And so, this is why I'm always trying to find guests from different countries and different places in the world, just to try to understand, what's going on in the world. Is the gem cutter in, for instance, Vietnam and the gem cutter in Australia and the gem cutter in America having the same experience? Are we having wildly different experiences? And it seems like, a little bit of both. And I think hopefully tonight we'll hear a little bit more about that, and we'll get more of a complete story about what's going on today in the world of Vietnam. So, Phan, if you are ready, come on in. You can start your video, unmute, and we will get the party started.
Hello, I'm
Hello,
ready.
I see you. How you
Yes,
doing?
hello everybody. Nice
Welcome.
to meet you. Yes, my name is Phan Thành Trung. I am a gem cutter and gem designer from Vietnam. I'm living in Hanoi.
In Hanoi.
Nice to meet you today. Thank you, Justin.
I'm happy to have
So,
you. I've been
yes,
following your work on Instagram for a long time. I know we've chatted just a little bit on Instagram chat, and I'm happy to get you here with us tonight and learn a little bit. I've never been to Vietnam, even though you're just our neighbors to the east, but I've never had the chance to go there yet. So even for me, this is awesome to get a little bit of glimpse into what's going on in the world of gem cutting in Vietnam.
I hope someday when the COVID is gone, you visit me or I will run to you.
Oh yeah, I would love
So we
to.
can talk more and more.
I, I've been kind of watching Vietnam for I don't know 2 or 3 years now since I heard about these new faceting machines in Vietnam. I've been like, oh, okay, this is interesting. I knew that there, obviously Vietnam is a well-known place for gemstones, for mining and I didn't know that there was a lot of gem cutting there. So when I saw these machines coming in, I was thinking, okay, this is really interesting. I want to know what's going on. But unfortunately, yeah, we haven't been able to travel at all. So not yet, but we have the webinar at
Yes,
least.
about the faceting, I'm just begin from 3 years ago. So I don't know much about a long time ago. Maybe from the 1990 when
Okay.
they started mining ruby and sapphire at Lục Yên or Nghệ An province.
Mm-hmm.
I saw they use, they use this an
Yeah,
older
okay.
style
Like a Thai,
handpiece.
like the Thai,
Yes,
the Thai style handpiece.
yes. And now there's so many people and cutter uses the
Uh,
tulip machine, the
okay.
mask,
So this is
and
like
it's
one
very
coming,
fastly.
oh, that one's coming from China, right?
Yes,
It's like
but
that.
now the younger gem cutter, I mean the younger generation, they
Yeah.
use the modern mask style like
Okay.
the Untitled or fashion,
Yeah.
and it's very nice. About maybe 10 gem cutter only in Vietnam.
Okay. Well, before we get into the Vietnam story, let's hear a little bit about you. So, you said you've been cutting for 3 years. How did you learn how to cut gemstones?
I learned from the Vesta company about the 2 months.
Okay, Vesta.
And
Yeah.
when I finished and I cut by myself and I use a free diagram
Okay.
from the faceting diagram.org
Okay. Yeah, the
and cut
website.
so
Yeah.
many gemstones, but I just not see the beautiful that I want.
Okay.
So I'm trying to starting design by myself.
Okay.
And now I change every day, and I found new concept and so many new concept for the faceting art.
Yeah. Well,
That's,
I've
that's
noticed
all.
the amount of designs that you're posting is incredible. Like you must have made like hundreds of designs already in the last few years. Is it true? Like how many have you done so far?
Yes, because all you see is a line return. So we should make some clearly detail on the gemstone, like the flower or
Okay.
symbol or icon. So example, it's very easy design. You
Okay.
see, that's very easy, but use a frosted facet
Mm-hmm.
and to make the flower like this. You
Yeah.
see,
Yeah, yeah.
it's very simple. But when you use a frosted facet, you can make show detail and gemstone more clearly and beautiful like this.
Wow. Yeah, that's so
That's,
cool.
and so I started try to design the symbol like the sword,
Mm-hmm.
the face, very simple. And now I have so many very difficult like the NASA scepter.
Okay, yeah.
NASA scepter,
This
I
is like
will
the space
show you
shuttle.
the last. I will show you. I have so many here. This wait for me. Yes, it is a NASA scepter.
So not only are you doing some very unique designs, but you're also cutting them as well. So you've learned how to cut stones, you're doing good polishing, but then also you're doing these very unique designs. eh, You're,
Because
you're doing everything.
you know, the symmetric and symmetric design almost limited. When I try to starting a design, I do and make the same design to another.
Okay.
I just wonder why always the same. So I'm trying to thinking
Yeah.
different. I make the different the ground or pavilion more higher or more lower
Okay.
and for the facet. So I think we can make the new faceting work and we can cut the logo for
Yeah.
the luxury brands and we can cut for icon or portrait for someone who order.
Yeah.
So there are so many things that we can make the future more brighter. We
Yeah.
can bring it to and teaching in university. So my target is making the faceting art to become the major in university. That's
Okay.
all I need, and this is my final target.
Yeah. So in Hanoi right now, are you part of a group of cutters? Are you this like a all alone cutter? Like are you the only cutter that you know, or are there many other cutters that you talk to?
In Hanoi,
Yeah.
in Hanoi, in Hanoi, maybe I don't know an old cutter, but
Yeah.
the younger maybe few,
A
maybe
few.
5 or 6 people only.
Okay. But do you
Yes.
guys like talk to each other about cutting and help each other, or you're like separate, independent?
I'm trying to sharing the design and
Okay.
talking about the front facet. But some people doesn't want, and they don't like the frosted facet.
Okay.
I don't know why,
Okay.
but I'm trying.
Yeah. So what's your inspiration? I mean, I know that there's a long history of, or there's a history of mining in Vietnam, and of course, very beautiful spinels coming from Vietnam and lots of other stones. But as you were just showing us, many of the cutters in Vietnam are using the sort of simple handpiece, like what the Thai people are using as well. So are you looking at those traditional stones and then you want to do something so different? Is that the inspiration, or you don't care what they're doing, you're just doing your own art?
I really want to recut them. It's at the midpoint, and something like the cut style skill is not enough good,
Okay.
but they don't want to change.
Okay.
So when people don't want change, I just thinking to another. So my target, I will say my knowledge and my technique for the younger
The younger.
generation.
Okay. So you want
Yes,
to find the students, all the new students, and
yes,
give them
I
some
don't
new
want to
ideas.
spend time to change them. Don't
Yeah.
want.
So then,
Yes.
if the traditional cutters, the older cutters, if you show them your stones, what do they think? They don't like it, or do
They
they think it's
don't, they
interesting?
don't, they don't like my style because they worry about the waste. They worry about the lost weight of
Yeah.
carrot,
Yeah. That's
carrot
true.
stone. They want to big and huge and heavy stone
Yeah.
and send much money.
True.
They- But when you use a Gemcut Studio program, you can design follow the stone
Yeah.
on the shape,
Yeah.
and you make it more brighter easily. But they don't think so.
Yeah.
This cut style is enough for us, so they don't want to change. That's enough.
Yeah. So then I imagine, because I know here in Thailand, we have lots of cutters, but it's the kind of similar to Vietnam. They're a older generation of cutters. They're not using software. Of course, they're not using massed machines. But so I'm very interested for you, for being in Vietnam and you're using a mass machine, you're using GemCut Studio. How did you find all this? Is it just through the internet, or is there a, what how did you learn GemCut Studio, and how did you learn the different techniques for cutting and polishing?
This question is very hard to answer because when I starting learning the basic faceting,
Mm-hmm.
so I understand what I need. I need exactly and perfectly machine.
Mm-hmm.
And when I cut the gemstone, I cannot see the beautiful inside. So I'm trying to starting learn gem cut studio,
Mm-hmm.
design it, follow
Mm-hmm.
my skill, and I found something new, like a new concept, like the light chap, light cut,
Okay.
light bend,
Yeah.
and I saw the stone more beautiful.
Okay. So
Yeah.
then I'm just curious. I mean, obviously, like, yeah, the internet is connecting all of us together now. I mean, I found Gem Cut Studio online. You found it online, even though we're in different countries from different places, but we're both designing, like lots of people that are going to watch this video or gem cutters, even if we're in different places. But I'm wondering for you, because maybe you're not, like, if for me, I started in America, there's so many cutters there. I learned from other cutters, but I think, for you, is there only a few other cutters that are using mass machines in Vietnam? Just a small group?
The must now is not small group, it's big group
Okay.
because the younger generation now I mean this time is their turn.
Yeah.
The younger generation they can use something like the technology
Yeah.
or program
Yeah.
more better than the older generation.
Right.
So I think they love the modern style, the
Yeah.
faceting machine style, like the mask style.
Okay. And how long has the mass machine been in Vietnam? It's new, right? It's not very many years.
Yes, yes, maybe almost 10 years ago only, 10
Okay,
years.
10 years.
Because the Vesta company is the first company brings I mean the international cutting,
Yeah.
faceting to become come to Vietnam, and they teaching people
Okay.
who want to learn, but not too much people.
Okay. And they're also
Yes,
in Hanoi, right?
yes, the
Okay.
office in Hanoi.
Okay. So do you know them well, or you just took a class with them before?
Yes, I'm working for Vesta in 1 year, but we have something is not good, so I'm open my company by myself.
Okay.
So
Eh,
I'm starting teaching, but then not much people come to learn.
Okay.
Maybe they still not understand, and they think it's very hard to draw, design, or cut. So there are a few people
Okay.
only.
So then
Yes.
when you have like a new student, do you start with designing, or do you start with learning how to use the machine and cutting?
Maybe the first they must learning to cut first basic design like the standard round brilliant
Yeah.
or oval or square, and then they starting learn the program Gemcutting
Okay.
and control the line, and
Yeah.
changing the material and thinking about the different.
Okay.
When they understand all, they can create by themselves
Yeah.
easily.
Yeah. Well, and
to
one.
me yes, to me now to teaching one people
Mhm.
to have enough skill to make a job and earn money, maybe 2 or 3 months only.
Okay.
Yes.
So then for your gym cutting, are you doing it right now? It's just for fun. It's not your job, right? It's you have another job, and then this is just like for fun, like a hobby.
No, this is my job.
Oh, okay. So you,
I yes, this is
wow.
my main job
Okay,
because
cool.
when I open the company, I'm trying in almost 2 years without salary. I'm research in design and sample cut. So I think this is my main job because I love it very much. So I don't want to find another job.
Okay.
Thus, this faceting and design make me happy every day.
Yeah. So
Yes.
then are are you able to sell these kind of modern designs, modern stones in Vietnam, or do you have to really look towards the Western market in order to try to sell the new ideas like this?
I don't understand this question. Can you repeat again?
Like, will you be able to find a customer in Vietnam for the kind of designs that you make for your stones?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So when I cut the sample stone, they saw
Mm-hmm.
if they like the order, I will cut. It means I don't have any remaining stone.
Okay,
I
yeah.
cut only when I have order only.
Okay. So that's a good way to
Yes,
do it. Then you don't have to deal with stock or anything like that.
yes.
So then I'm curious, for you being in Vietnam, are you able to get local stones and cut local stones, or do you have to get stones from other places? Rough stones, I mean.
Cut the logo on the stone.
No, no, but I mean, can you get Vietnam stones for cutting, or do you have to, get them from Thailand or
Ah,
something?
my rose stone almost came. I mean, I love the smoky quartz.
Mm-hmm.
It came from Vietnam. Yes,
Vietnam.
the
Okay.
quality is very higher. But for the stitching of blue topaz, I must order from another country,
Okay.
like India or Chinese, because
Okay.
it's very cheap, and we don't have the stitching with night color in Vietnam.
Yeah.
You know, to me, gemstone is gemstone. Where it come from, it doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
My mission and my target is make it beautiful.
Yeah. Well,
Yes.
I always wonder about Vietnam. I've been thinking about Vietnam for a few years now because ever since I saw that Vesta machine, and I'm like, okay, this is interesting. There's a new idea happening here, but it's interesting because it's in a country where you have mines, you know? So like if you were in, I don't know, in Laos or something where maybe there's not mining happening. So if a lot of Vietnamese people start using the new machine and you have the ability to get stones from the Vietnamese mines, this could be very powerful, I think.
I understand, but by the rule, the Vietnam government are not allowed to mining.
Uh,
Gemstone is not allowed to mining or digging. So we should I mean the farmer
mm-hmm,
or the people on the mountain, they plant the tree and they
mm-hmm.
digging and they take it and sand. By the rule, we
Okay.
cannot digging.
Wow. I did not know that. So,
I really want to make some area in Vietnam to be the famous gemstone market, but for by the rule we cannot. So forget it. I
yeah,
try to find another chance.
yeah. But maybe in
Yes,
the future it can change.
yes. I hope the future the government will change.
Because I know I have some friends that maybe once a year or every other year they will go to Vietnam, go to Luquen or to Hanoi, and they know some, maybe they're farmers who find the gemstones. But,
Yes,
so obviously some people are getting some of those Vietnamese stones. I mean, they're famous stones like the spinels. Um, so yeah, it could be,
yes. Spinel in Vietnam is very expensive.
yeah,
The price is different to international.
yeah,
That's why not much people can buy it. If I show you the 10 carat rule, look like the red spinel, you
yeah,
cannot pay
yeah.
because the price is about 20,000 USD.
Okay. It's
20,000
high.
USD is very expensive to international market.
Yeah,
So
true. So
yes,
maybe so maybe better for now, especially with your unique designs with the, yeah, as you said, the smoky quartz, the topaz.
yeah.
Maybe having to cut that design on the $20,000 spinel could be a little bit risky.
They want to send to the famous brand like the Tinafi or I mean the famous
Yeah,
company Gemstone
yeah,
or
yeah,
some rich brand.
yeah.
Example, I have a girlfriend and the girlfriend asked me, Chung, please buy for me the beautiful spinel. So I should buy. You understand me?
Yeah.
But for the gemstone broker, they cannot buy.
Okay.
So the farmer doesn't care who you are, just
Okay.
money.
So
And
there's
enough money, you will get it. That's enough.
okay. So there's no discount for being local.
Yes.
No Vietnamese discount. I see. So it's the same price for everybody. Okay. So maybe then, yeah. Okay. So there's no special advantage, but still, it's interesting to think though about. Um, I wonder if in the future Vietnam will be able to, if you and everyone else is teaching more and more people about about gemstone cutting, maybe Vietnam can become, one of the major gemstone cutting places of the world, like Bangkok is now, in India.
Yes. Now this time in Vietnam, we have the plan and project to make the faceting art to become the major in university. Uh, in the plan for the next year, Hanoi University of Mining, they will starting open the new major,
Oh wow.
faceting art in university.
Wow.
So they asked me to become the expert in university and starting teaching the student. I hope from next year another country are the same. They will change
Yeah.
and make the fascinating art to become the major in university.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yes,
So
this is
then,
my target. Yes.
so you're going to start teaching next year. How many students will there be in the class? Do you know?
I'm not sure, but 1 year maybe they will employ or they need only 50 only 50
50, that's a lot.
50, yes. And when they graduate the university, they will get the certificate of engineer Gemstone.
Oh, wow. Okay, so this is like a nice.
Engineer Gemstone, yes.
Okay. I want to.
Because they can mining and they understand and anything about the geology and gemology.
Okay. Yeah,
And
this is cool.
another skill is faceting art, like design and cut.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds amazing. So part of their mining degree now will be gem cutting as well.
Yes.
That's so cool. Well, I see there's a few questions down here about faceting machines. So maybe it's a good time to talk about the machine that you're using, because I know you said you were using the Vesta machine before, but now you have something else. So tell us about your machine.
Yes, I can show you my machine I'm using every day.
Okay.
Let's be change the camera.
So this is your faceting studio, right?
This is my main faceting I'm using every day.
Okay. And
Yes,
this
I can open it for you to see.
and this
I
one
will show
is
you.
okay, okay.
I will show to you all my secret of my machine, so you can understand what's different to another.
Okay.
This work for me. Ah, yeah, here we go.
And so this is the machine that you designed, right? I mean, you've had this
Yes,
manufactured for yourself.
I design and I make it because I know what is a perfect machine and what I need. The first secret is I mean the balance
Okay.
pointer to left and right.
Right.
You understand me?
Yeah, yeah.
The stone always at the middle. When you cut the symmetric, it should be balanced. This
Right.
is a pointer. And the second secret of my machine is a zero stopper. You
Oh,
know, this
wow.
is 0 degree.
That's
When
interesting.
you get when you set up the perfect, you must stop it by this stopper.
Okay.
Understand?
Yeah.
That's this. And another machine, when you cut, it may be bending. Turn
Right.
left or turn right because you don't have the cheater stopper here.
Right.
You need the cheater stopper. When you open it, you can turn left and turn right the stone. Do you understand me?
Oh,
You
so
can turn left
that's
and
like the
turn
cheater
right.
lock. Okay.
Yes,
Interesting.
this is a cheater lock. It's very important because
Yeah.
when people cut, it turn and you don't understand why. And
Okay.
this is lock. This is one lock. Lock the cheater here.
Okay.
And your mask will be stronger and no wrong when cut. Yes, it is my machine, and I show you this is a new. I'm waiting for the student who
Okay.
come here and learn on this or buy it.
Wow.
And the third is a bigger. Bigger
Okay.
it means the queen, and the dot is a double millimeter. It is 12 millimeter.
Okay. So you can do big stones on that one.
And then big, this is a big motor,
Oh, wow.
the controller.
Oh, with the speed control and
Uh,
everything. Wow. So this is like a really
10
this is like the
10
industrial
in
one.
police, 10 in police lab, and I'm using the 8 inches
Yeah.
cutting this. This is for the big size gemstone.
Okay.
It's very heavy, you see,
Yeah,
very
yeah.
heavy.
It looks like
It's,
real like for the
it,
factory.
it cannot bending and
Right.
cut very
So,
fastly.
and then for your other machines, you're using 6-inch?
Yes, please wait for me. I'm turn camera.
Okay.
Yes. Now, yeah. What's the next question?
So where do you get your laps? Are you making laps as well, or you order the laps?
The lab is something different. I cannot do it. I cannot make it. So I order from the seller. She living in Ho Chi Minh City.
Oh, okay, but it's
All
also
the lab, the
you're from,
police lab made from China and
okay,
enough to me.
okay. So then what if you're doing a lot of smoky quartz, then what do you like to use for polishing? What's You're using cerium oxide for polishing?
The smoking quartz.
Yeah. Like how do you polish? Like
I'm
diamond?
using the smoking quartz because it's good for the faceting art. You mean when you use a frosted facet, you can see it easily.
Yeah. No, but I mean when you're actually doing the polishing, like polishing step, are you using a special lap for quartz, like with diamond powder or cerium powder?
Ah, you want to uh, you want to know how to polish?
Yeah. Or how do
Yes,
you polish?
police lab. This is my. Let me change the camera. I'm sorry. This is my police lab.
Oh, okay.
This is made. This is made in China.
Okay.
But the secret you must use two police lab.
Okay.
This lab use maybe 4 and 3 Ranger diamond powder
Okay.
to pre-polish before you finish it. When
Okay.
you are pre-polished by this, it's very smoothly and fastly to make gemstone brighter and
Yeah.
clean.
Okay.
When you use this light for the diamond powder, I mean, I'm using the range
Oh yeah.
from zero, yes, zero and
Zero half.
zero
Yeah.
dot five range,
So this is
and
like maybe 100,000 grit by the
yes, and mixing with I mean the ice cream as a skin
okay.
care cream
Yeah.
like vitamin E.
Yeah.
It's mixing to
I've
put
heard
it.
some other people doing that too. Okay, interesting. So diamond powder mixed with hand cream. And
Yes.
then what about for the quartz though? You use that on quartz too? Smoky quartz?
Uh, you mean the cost to teaching
No, no, but I mean the diamond powder. You're using diamond powder on quartz?
diamond powder?
Yeah, for quartz.
Yes.
Huh,
Yes.
interesting. I tried that before, but I could never get it to work. So maybe you have a secret that I don't know.
I I'm trying to use a cerium. You know the cerium powder? Yes,
Yeah.
I'm trying before. But when you polish, you cannot see where your faucet going because it's very clean and dry.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
but when you use the diamond powder with the skincare cream, you can see where your faucet go,
Okay.
left or right or center.
Yeah.
Understand me?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
easy to control.
Okay. And so then, well, one thing that I knew as soon as I saw all of your designs, I was thinking, wow, these are complicated designs. You have to have a good machine to cut like this. You know, obviously, if you have to always change the settings to make the polish, you know, the designs they don't work anymore. They break, right? So I knew that your machine must be very good, but I didn't know what machine do you use. So now we know you have your own custom machine.
You know I mean the last test and the highest in the faceting machine is dispersion of gemstone.
Yeah.
Um, I found a new method to calibrate my machine by dispersion.
Okay.
When you balance it, correct this is zero, it's not enough. You must cut gemstone and compare to the design effect. I mean, when you design something, you
Yeah.
must compare it with your cut stone. If your machine makes the same result to the design, it's perfect. It means your machine is perfect.
Yeah.
So, who made machine? The machine where it come from? It doesn't matter. The matter here is the same effective and the same result to the design.
Okay.
So I hope someday people understand and found a way to calibrate their machine.
Yeah.
It's very important in faceting.
Yeah. No, it's true. But I guess sometimes though, maybe some machines don't have all of the calibration knobs, right? Like yours has a lot of extra knobs so you can lock, change. But some others that I've seen, you know, the older ones or cheaper ones, you can't calibrate them. Like they don't have all of the, you know, they're just attached or whatever.
Because when I starting using fast machine, it's always changing and bending.
Yeah,
It's crazy, and I spend time. Maybe in one day I can cut one stone, but with that machine I spend 2 day or 3 day, and use it. I mean I use a cheater every time
yeah,
because it's always bending. I don't know why.
yeah, yeah.
So when I saw all the mistake of that machine, I can make the new what I want, and I can remove all the mistake.
Right.
Understand me?
Yeah,
Uh, so now I have the good machine.
that's
I hope
so cool.
someday people understand.
Yeah. So are you selling the machines as well, or you're just for they're just for yourself?
Yes, I'm selling too, but
Okay.
not too much people buy it.
Okay. But so if
So need the time.
if people see this and they want to buy your machine, they can contact you and ask you about it?
Yes, they can contact me and order follow your sale or your order. I
Yeah,
mean the style.
right.
You can follow it like blue or orange or something. I can make it easily.
Oh, wow,
You
okay.
understand me?
Yeah.
So this is I mean, this is a main machine, but you can modify and
Okay.
order the color what you want or something like your logo, anything. I can
Okay.
draw
Yeah.
it.
Well, and,
Yes.
okay, and somebody just asked, I forgot about this. Douglas Mannix just asked, you posted a photo a few, maybe last month, where you have a machine that has two quills, so you can do two
Yes.
gemstones.
Yes.
Does it work well? Can you, it
I
has a
just
perfect
it's
copy?
perfect. It's perfect machine because you just cut one
Yeah.
and watch one, and sometimes you look to another to compare. But the result is perfect 100%. Look
Okay.
like the copy and paste, no
Yeah.
wrong.
What about
And
polishing? Do you polish two at the same time?
just the same time,
No problem.
no problem.
Wow.
Yes, I show it to the America. If somebody from India living in America, they can come and see and check. And maybe the 2 weeks later, I will show the cheaper stone cut machine.
Okay.
At the one time cut, you will get the 3 stone. Just copy and
Wow.
paste. Yes, it
Wow.
is my target.
That's interesting. Very
Yes,
cool. So,
because yes,
yeah, well,
yes, you talk.
I'm just wondering, you have so many ideas. You're making designs, you're making machines. Now you're making like new machines that nobody made before. So you obviously have a lot of passion, a lot of energy to be making new ideas.
This is not really ideal because every gem cutter needs set the time
Yeah.
and needs more gemstone, right?
Yeah.
So when you cut one time, but you have the 2 stone or 3 stone, it's more better, right? So
Yeah.
I'm just thinking what is good and what is better for us. So I'm thinking about the machine. So I test it and I compare it and I calibrate it and make it perfectly 100%. So I show to own.
Yeah.
So if somebody buy it, they must check and compare, and maybe I will support home time and light time to
Mm,
make it perfect. That's all I do.
I see. So for the new student that will come in Vietnam for you, if they if they want to use a master machine, then there's not very many choices, right? There's basically two that you can buy in Vietnam
Yes.
without ordering. And if you try to order like the American machine, it's going to be so expensive to try to ship it to Vietnam and the customs and the shipping. So this is easier, right? Like people can just use the Vietnamese machine and but you're teaching them in a technique that's it's in the same family with the American technique and Australian technique, with the mass machine. So
Yes.
yeah, and so no,
So
it's just so cool. I love seeing this new. It's a new chapter of the story, right? It's something that didn't happen before. Before in Vietnam, it's only like the old cutters, like you were saying, they're using the Thai the old Thai technology, very simple. And they're in one world. But now with you and Vesta and the other people that you're teaching, now you're like in the same world as us. We can communicate with designs, 96 index designs. You know, you're using the same kind of tools that we're using. So this is very cool. Like now Vietnam is like we're all using the same designs and same machines, style of machines.
Yes, I'm just trying and do all my best for the future.
Yeah.
You know, then cut must be changed to another style and cut something more clearly. I mean, just clearly is I mean the detail on the gemstone,
Yeah.
not line return only.
Yeah.
Line return on midpoint is a basic standard that all gem cutter needed. But when they have it, they must find another to mixing. I mean the detail,
Yeah.
symbol or flower or anything.
Yeah.
They must upgrade their level and upgrade the idea.
Yeah, no, it's true. And I like the idea of like, you know, what you said, putting the company logo or putting the brand logo in the gemstone. This is kind of interesting. I never saw anyone talk about that before.
Yes, you know, when somebody buys a luxury car like the Mercedes, they will give to you the watches,
Yeah.
the ring, and the gemstone. But gemstone without logo,
Yeah.
so you cannot call it luxury. Luxury is mean logo.
Yeah. It's like a
So
custom.
yes, if the Mercedes car give the ring to you with the logo, it's more beautiful and luxury.
Yeah. True.
Understand me?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
So, question from the audience, what's the hardest design that you've made? The most
Mm.
complicated?
It's a portrait style. I
Okay.
spent about the 2 year to draw.
Wow.
So I know it's very hard to spend time to draw something. So I hope someday when somebody love faceting art, they will pass on and they can draw the portrait like me.
Yeah.
I hope so many people in the future can do it easily.
Yeah.
But I spent 2 years to draw something is it's very hard to another people, you
Yeah,
know.
no, for sure. I mean, some of the designs that you've made, like, let me put a few up because you sent me some photos. Um, hold on a second.
Yes, I have some photo here. You can see
Oh yeah,
this is not a
like
picture.
this one.
I
Uh,
draw it in 3 months,
wow.
and it is a first of new concept like band, but
Okay.
it's very hard to. And this is unicorn.
Oh yeah,
The hot. You know, I mean the older generation they draw the horse,
yeah,
and I draw more. I mean draw the outside and eyes, and the unique is a horn
yeah.
here,
No, it's so impressive.
and
I
I
mean,
make it more colorful. It's
yeah.
not my idea because I use an old idea, but
Okay.
I draw more look like the butterfly here. You
Yeah,
see
yeah.
butterfly
Wow.
and the horn and an ear and I mean an eyes. It's very hard to draw like this.
Yeah, I
You
can't
see
imagine.
the
There's so many small
this is the
facets in there.
horn.
Yeah.
You see the horn. It
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
three part.
Yeah.
Three part. If you cut only facet easily, but you must share it to three.
Yeah.
It's more harder. And this is Godfather and Mafia.
Okay.
This is my imaging. This is fantasy world. They no image on internet. It drawn by my mind.
Okay. So
I
you're just making this
imagine
up.
and I draw it. Just trying to draw the head and an eyes, but it's very hard to draw an eye, so it become two glasses,
Okay.
sunglass. And this is I mean spread. It's
Yeah,
very
he's got
nice,
like the
right?
big mustache.
Yes,
I like it.
it's bouquet flower, amazing.
Yeah, and this
Yes,
one is great. There's so many small details in there. The leaves are so sharp, and then you have the little tiny ones inside. So cool.
yes. I mean,
So, how long does it
the
take to
next
make
time,
these?
yes, the next time people should selling and publish these Gemcut Studio file.
Okay.
If you print my design, I always send the design file
Okay.
because when I publish buy the books or print the books, people cannot cut or read it. There's so many tiny facet and
Mm,
tiny tire.
okay.
So you need the file and
Okay.
open
Interesting.
all the layer.
So
Yes.
you'll never be able to do a book, but you can do it. I saw that you're selling a download pack now, right?
Yes.
You can just sell the sell the download bundle. So like for instance, the one of the guy with the hat, how long does it take to make that design? How long did it take you to draw that?
Oh, that's only 2 or 3 days.
Okay. But you have a lot.
Something some design is easy, some design is very hard.
Yeah, no, I recognize some of those. There's so many tiny facets inside to make those complicated shapes. It's crazy.
It's very hard to draw the eye, the
Yeah,
little eye.
yeah.
Yes, and I mean the hair.
Mm-hmm.
That's enough. That's it's very hard to draw
Yeah.
the eye, small
Oh
eye,
yeah,
and
I believe it.
eyebrow.
Well, and then I imagine drawing it's hard, but then cutting it is also hard. You have to keep everything perfect. Can't let
Yes.
anything move because then the design will be, you know, mistaken.
You mean the ratio?
No, I
When
just mean like when you're
deciding.
cutting it. When you're cutting it, if any facet gets too big, maybe one eye is giant and one eye is tiny, you know. It's
You must spend time to
yeah,
fix yourself
yeah.
because you must spend time day by day and
Hmm.
cut and fix, and you must cut from outside to inside to make the ratio of face
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
If you go wrong ratio, you will go wrong the reason.
Yeah. So how long does
So
it take you to cut one of those stones?
for the basic look like the flower or the 2 day, two
Yeah.
days.
What about
But
the man face?
for the portrait or dragon, maybe 1 month.
1 month. Wow.
My longest only 1 month.
Wow. Okay. So you really have to commit to working on that for a long time. It's
Yes,
a
because I love it.
Yeah. No, it's great. I appreciate that. I can tell you, you're doing so much stuff more than just cutting. You're making machines, you're teaching, you're designing. It's amazing. I mean, it's more than most. Um, okay, so here's another question from the audience. Have you seen many of your finished stones put into jewelry?
Have you been?
Like, have you cut some stones that have gone into people's jewelry? Like a ring with a flower on it or something like that?
Yes, I cut so many. I
O-
cut every day.
Okay.
So when I cut it, I spend almost I do business on my stone. I cut the samples and I give to my friend
Okay.
for free.
Yeah.
Look like if I love somebody or somebody help me, I bring it to show them and give to them for free. So for the order, they make the ring or the earring
Mm-hmm.
and anything.
Okay.
But I mean, the jewelry is not only you can make the decoration look
Right.
like statue, big statue, and whole stone. It's
Ah,
very amazing.
okay.
Understand me?
Yeah, yeah, that's a
So
good
I
idea.
hope I hope in the future somebody makes the statue and holding the stone is more
Yeah.
beautiful, right?
Yeah, maybe like an award statue who's just holding the stone up in the air. Yeah, this is cool.
Yes. Or you can cut the big and put it on the car when you open the car.
True.
and the gemstone is brighter.
Yeah.
It's very beautiful.
You got all kinds of ideas here. I love
Yes.
it. And so, okay, let's talk a little bit about GemCut Studio. So you're using GemCut Studio to make these designs. How long did it take you to learn how to do that? Just you're still
No,
learning?
it's very easy to use.
Okay.
That program is very easily.
Okay.
I love it. And Mr. Ray is a professional and amazing when he made this program for everybody.
Yeah.
So the first, as I told you, the first gem cutter must starting cut on machine.
Right.
The three shape like the round, square, and oval.
Okay.
And the second, when they understand diagram, they starting learn on the Gemcutting Studio, so they will understand easily.
Okay.
That's
Yeah, this is good.
people. Yeah, I mean the people should starting cut on machine, then learn on Gemstone, so that will be easily.
So, what do you think? Like next year, you are going to start teaching at the university, teaching some gem cutting classes. Do you think if we talk to you again in 5 years, maybe you have like a whole team of gem cutters around you, like you're making new gem cutters that are going to be working maybe with you or other places in Vietnam?
Mm, you mean my target in the future?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think about a big company or big team. I don't want to cut too much. If I if I continue design or cut, I worry that people don't have enough something to draw because I draw on.
Okay.
So maybe I will stop drawing or design. So my target is teaching and become an expert. Go around the world to
Yeah.
sharing my knowledge
Yeah.
and teaching people how to cut and how to design, and they can draw their own world.
Yeah.
Everybody is different in the mind, right?
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
see fantasy world. I can see the logo world. Another can see the flower world, so they can draw on.
Right.
Everybody is different, so I want to teach them how to draw their world.
Yeah. So,
Uh,
so you're really thinking about the faceting as an art form. It's not just about a gemstone or jewelry, but you're really thinking about it like a painter or like a sculptor. You're making some
I
new ideas.
I'm thinking as of the painting. You know, the gemstone art, faceting art is a different painting. The painting you use a color
Hmm.
to paint, but gemstone you use a degree and angle,
Yeah.
and the color of gemstone you make another picture. It's very beautiful. So I hope someday people will draw it, or you can print it to the shirt or print
Yeah.
to another. Yes,
True.
this faceting work is very huge. I mean, the effective of gemstone. The effective of gemstone is mining, the hill mining.
Right.
That's nobody digging.
Yeah.
Stone still not nobody.
Right.
So I hope the future the younger can dig it and mining it.
Yeah.
And the second is the gemstone security. I mean the effect. You scan it by AI camera and make a key. So when you
Ah,
open the door or the open your car by ring and your
cool.
gemstone,
That's a cool idea.
gemstone and the AI will open it for you.
Okay.
But the hacker cannot hack inside, because if hacker want to open your car or open your door, your house door, they must cutting another.
Yeah.
I mean, I imagine about the future that the hacker competition is not a coding. The next time of the hacker competition, it must be the gem cutting. Understand me? So
Yeah.
it's very hard to pass on, right?
Yeah, no, that's such an interesting idea. Like opening the car, like there's a laser that's going in the stone and okay, it's
Yes,
the correct
yes.
stone.
The AI camera
Yeah.
scan your stone. Only your stone can open only.
Yeah, that's
But
cool.
if somebody want to open, they must cut another. It's
Yeah.
very hard to pass it.
So, how many people are in Vietnam? What do you think in Vietnam right now? How many people are using masked machines?
It's very hard, but not much. About 10 or 12 only.
12. Okay, so it's really
Not
new. It's a
more.
small thing.
Yes, yes, small.
Yeah. And how
Yes.
many cutters do you think there are that are doing traditional cutting with the handpiece?
I speak. I'm not sure, but in Hanoi and Bình Dương city, I saw only 3 people.
Okay.
Bình Dương is 2 people, and Hanoi is one.
Okay.
Another handpiece style.
But I mean the traditional one though, the old school one.
Oh, the tradition cut maybe in I don't know. I'm not
Okay.
sure.
But there's a few.
Yes, this question.
There's more than 20 though. I mean, maybe there's 100 or something like this. There's a small community of gem cutters up there, I think, right?
Yes, very small.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, very small. Because I don't know why, but if the miner, I mean the gemstone hunter and the farmer who own the gemstone mineral, they
Mm-hmm.
will cut by themselves.
Okay.
They will cut by themselves, so not too much people.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. I really want to come there someday. It's a totally different, compared to Thailand, it's a totally different experience.
Yes.
Thailand has such a big industrial cutting, thing set up here. So many small studios and small factories, and I think what's happening in Vietnam is so different. Even though it's the neighbor, but it's not the same as what we are having here. So I would love to come and see, the cutters in the small, in the mining towns and just see how it is. It sounds really beautiful to me. And I've always heard from my friends the places where the gemstones are at in Vietnam is very beautiful places, like Luc very beautiful places. So yeah, I want to come.
You know, the gemstone mineral in Vietnam is very, very. I mean, there's so many mineral,
Yeah.
and there's so many kind of gemstone. Look like quartz, spinel, garnet, uh, topaz,
Yeah.
and we have enough. We have enough, but the rule are not allowed to
Yeah,
mining.
yeah. So, but this could change,
So
right? This could change in the future, hopefully.
I hope so, because I want to teaching people and
Yeah.
changing their life. When the people cut beautiful gemstone, they can selling easily or fastly, and they can earn money to. Take care of their life
Yeah.
and take care of the family easily.
No, it's true.
I
It's
hope
good.
someday. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's great. So you're cutting your stones, you're designing your stones, you're teaching, and now you're going to be teaching in the university next year. So
Yes,
you have a lot of stuff.
I don't have any stuff. I
No, but
do
I mean you have a
solo.
lot of stuff going on, a lot of plans.
Yes, yes, there are so many when it come to me. But this is just a plan of university, and they asked me to become an expert for them, but I'm not sure. Just only talking.
Yeah.
So I just introduce and talking about the future of next year. I'm
Okay.
not sure.
Okay. So we'll
Yes, I'm
see.
just trying. I'm just trying to help them to build a new major. You
Yeah.
understand me?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. So if any country or if any company around the world need me to build a course in university, I will help them. I
Okay.
want to go around the world.
Yeah.
Who need me, I will run to them.
Okay.
That's
I like
that's
it.
all I do. Yes.
That's so good. I'm
Yes.
curious, as someone who's making so many interesting designs, do you have some favorite designers that you look at? Like, are you following some people online that are also inspiring you, other cutters?
No,
No.
I'm not for. I some famous people. I'm just watching a few, a
Yeah.
little.
Okay.
But when I draw something, some design, I research on internet by icon. You should starting by finding the icon on Google.
Okay,
the
like a
icon or
simple.
symbol,
Okay.
and you see it, and you what and you draw like this. But some hard design I imagine. I draw the freestyle, and it's going to something I don't know. But
Yeah.
then I change, and I have a clearly pattern the detail. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So some Dylan Mooney in the audience has asked, what was the first type of gemstone that you ever cut?
You mean what's material that I love?
Yeah.
Material I love now is amethyst. The amethyst is the new thing that I found. The
Okay.
secret word of it. You know, um, another material had a higher reflect index. I
Yeah.
reflect index RI
Yeah.
is very higher, and it makes sparkling and
Yeah.
brilliant. But for the quartz family, it's very low.
Right.
So how to make it become beautiful and look like a diamond? It belongs to the gem designer,
Right.
not the cut. When they found a way look like the dispersion, you must follow the dispersion. You can change color of gemstone and make it more sparkle and brilliant.
Yeah.
But now I don't talking about the brilliant or sparkler. I following the dispersion only. I
Okay.
don't care the shape, tone or lower.
Okay.
The pavilion is higher or lower. I don't care. I just follow the beautiful.
Okay.
So on the knowledge I learned before, I forget all. I just follow the beautiful only.
So it's just all about the beauty for you.
Yes.
But what was the
So
first
I
one?
hope it,
What was the first
yes.
one though? You said now you're doing amethyst, but how did you start? What was the first stone material that you ever cut? Like
The
when
first
you
material that I cut
yeah,
is the first is a crut, the white crut.
quartz. Okay, just a white quartz. Okay.
That
Was it a
is
good
for yes.
was it good
It's
or yeah, you had to cut many stones before you got good at it?
I cut so many material before, ruby, sapphire, any. But to me now it doesn't matter. Just good shape.
Mm-hmm.
I mean the big the big size,
Yeah.
good shape and clean, and I will cut it. I don't care what's it, what's material.
Yeah. I would
I
think
mean I love own.
yeah. I would think for what you're doing, maybe garnet could be really good too, because garnet has more refractive index than quartz, but you can still get, big sizes and not too expensive and clean. So yeah,
Yes.
if you have Vietnamese garnet, could be interesting.
The crutch is a best choice for everybody or the beginner. The
Mm,
crutch can make the big size and not too much. I mean, it is a
yeah,
cheap material,
yeah.
not expensive,
For me
so they
though,
can test.
I don't
Yeah,
like to cut on quartz too much because the polishing is too hard. Takes too long.
yeah,
Yeah,
yes.
but
It's, it's too long, but you will get the big, right?
yeah, that's true.
The big can help you put in the gallery or in museum. But
True.
the small, it's very hard to see. If another people want to see your gemstone, you show them the ring.
Yeah,
No, you must do the big. Look
yeah,
like me.
true.
Look like Mr. Victor Tulikov. He
Yeah,
did the big gemstone
yeah,
and
that's
put
true.
in museum.
So
Yes.
do you think if someone wants you to make a design for a ring, will you make a more simple design because you can't see all the details, for the frosting and everything?
Yes. You mean the frog in the ring?
Yeah, like if you have a customer, they say, I want you to make me a design for the ring. Maybe
Yes.
you won't do the same design for a big stone. Will you make a more simple design?
You can do any size of gemstone.
Yeah,
The design is not the design is not depend on size of gemstone. It's a ratio. So it means you can cut the big or small. But to the hard designer, like the portrait or some tiny facet or tiny tire, you need the big size.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see. I see. Yeah, if you want to do the really complicated patterns, you're gonna need a
Yes,
bigger canvas.
you cannot cut on the small side.
Yeah. So
You need the
then,
big size. Yes.
so then you like cutting a pretty big stone then? I mean, I see the one of the guy, the man face, the Don. It's maybe this
Yes.
big, right? It's a pretty big stone. Okay.
Yes, big stone.
No, it's cool.
So any question?
Yeah, I think I've run out of questions. If anybody else has any questions, or otherwise, yeah, maybe we can wrap it up. It's been very, very interesting to kind of come into Vietnam for a little bit and hear what's going on in your world. I hope I can come and visit you maybe next year once the pandemic is a little bit more easy. Thailand just
Yeah.
opened, so maybe we can start to travel now a little bit more.
Yes, I hope sooner. It's sooner. You
Yeah,
know, now everybody now vaccination.
yeah.
So
Is
the
the
comparison,
is the border in Vietnam open right now? Can people come?
I'm not sure, but just only expert or VIP.
Okay, so
VIP
no
only.
tourists right now.
Yes, not tourist.
Okay, so maybe next year.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I think we have answered all the questions, and you've shown us some really, really beautiful designs. Let me put up this last screen so that if anyone's not following you already, they know where to find you. No, it looks black. Hold on. My computer's being funny today. Let's try it this way. Okay, good. So yeah, if people want to find you on Instagram, Viet Gems, or on the web, vietgems.vn. So if anyone's interested for you, you're selling your designs now, you're selling the machine, you're selling gemstones. So for any reason, if people want to find you, or if they want to learn, they can get you this way, right?
Yes.
Okay. And of course, everyone should follow you on Instagram because you're posting all of these incredible stones, unique designs all the time. So I know for me, I've been enjoying them for what, a few years now, watching you and watching your designs get more and more complicated and interesting. So I love it. I think it's great.
Yes, thank you very much for watching me. And you the same. You working so very hard. You hardworking and sharing knowledge to everybody. I'm very pleased to be your friend. And
Yes.
thank you very much for we should build the future more beautiful.
Yeah, I think so too. Well, thanks for the
Yeah.
time and thanks for the stories and just telling us a little bit about what you're doing. Um, And yeah, hopefully I'll come and visit you sooner or later, I hope.
Yes,
And
you're welcome.
thank you. And so for everyone watching this live, next month is the last episode. I'm leaving Thailand for a while in January, so we're gonna call it quits at the end of the year. I've got one last show next month with one last American cutter who I am confirming now. So I will see everybody back here in 1 month for, I guess we can call it the Christmas special. I think it's going to be, in the middle of December, but we'll call it the holiday special. So, Phan, thank you, and I will see you sometime in the future.
Yeah, thank you, Justin, and thank for everybody for joining.
Okay,
Yeah,
we'll
see
see
you
you later.
later.
Have a nice one.
Yeah, yeah, thank you for today.
Thank you. Bye bye.